You know, let's face facts. You know, we're thrilled to be playing in such an important game at this stage of the season, but there's also a reality that we let things slip a little bit, particularly start of the second half, and then we struggled to get back into the management of the game that we wanted. I thought we did that very well in the first half. And for us, you know, the challenge is just to sit down with the guys and say, you know, well, what happened? Why did we just go into our shells a little bit? You know, there were opportunities at the start of that second half for us to tap and play and keep momentum in the game. I think one in particular, you know, we got a penalty within 5 metres of touch against a strong wind. You know, why tap the ball out and gain 5 metres into touch and then have to win a line out in difficult conditions? We could have just played. That was when we looked good. That's when we had Northampton struggling a little bit, not by going from set piece to set piece from set piece. That's what they wanted to do. And in the end, against a very good side, we let them start to control things.
Should you not, Rob, by then have had a lot more on the board? You know,
yeah,
defending a much bigger lead.
To be fair, you know, we played very well in the first half. We created a lot of pressure moments, and we didn't convert them all. And you have to, you know, you have to. But there's two ways of looking at it. You know, did we play well to create those opportunities, or was it poor rugby that we didn't capitalise on them? And you know, our way of thinking here is that we played very well. Created a lot of opportunities, maybe didn't take them, and we've paid the price at the end. But you know, that's ultimately what you learn to do in the big games, isn't it?
Is that true from the Stade Francais game? A bit of, you know, you get
potentially.
Where that's the difference really that you've learned at the end of the season.
Potentially. But you know, how do you learn these things? You know, you learn them by fighting and fighting and fighting to get these opportunities. So we've lost out in a quarter final, and we've lost out ultimately. We've lost out in a quarter final again today. Really, that's the scenario. But you know, I don't know if any of our players have been involved at this stage of the season before. Maybe James Scaysbrook has. I don't know. And that probably shows you that you know you need to go through it. You need to experience it, and that's how you get better as players and as a club. And we've always talked like that. You know, it's fantastic for us as coaches to be able to say, if we were in this scenario again, I think we'd be better, because we'll learn from today, and that's a real positive for us to be heading into next season with.
Do you assume it's gone now, Rob? I mean, Northampton have Worcester at home.
Well, I think
they need only to win.
Yeah, I think you've got to say that it's unlikely that Worcester are going to go there and win. But having said that, that's nothing really to do with us now. Our job is to get these guys ready. Ultimately, we've got an A-League semi-final tomorrow night here, and then we've also got a very big game in 2 weeks' time with Saracens, and that's all we can worry about. That's all we've done the rest of the season. We haven't been tracking anybody else in the league. We haven't looked at anybody else's results. We've just gone on what we've done, and that's ultimately what's brought us success, and I'm sure that's how we'll approach the rest of the season.
It's a bit disappointing you lost a bit of sort of foundation really, didn't it, in your line-out?
Yeah, well, I think but why have to win line-outs? You know, we knocked 2 penalties into touch at the start of the second half. We were in the opposition half. Why not just play? You know, we did that in the first half. You know, why make it a set-piece game? And that ultimately kind of took some momentum away from us. But as you say, we lost a couple of line-outs. They took good territory off them. And then, you know, they squeezed scores on each occasion, and yeah, that's what they did. They kind of squoze us at the end, and fair play to them. It takes a good side to do that to us, but I'm just a little disappointed that we gave them some opportunities to squeeze us.
That shift in momentum at the start of the second period, do you think that was the Saints really upping their game, doing something well, or was it?
Well, it's not upping the game if they're defending and giving away penalties, and then we choose to do the wrong thing with the penalties. That's not really Saints upping their game. That's us under managing the situation correctly. But you have to say, as once they dealt with that we'd done. Probably wrongly, they did dominate large chunks of territory in the second half, and you can't deny that, because that was the case. They put a little bit of pressure on us later in the game at the scrum and got a couple of good decisions out of us, which was poor from us. So you know, that's what you got to do. You got to take. I'm not going to stand here and quibble about things. You know, we lost a game of rugby because a team came here and they performed very well, particularly in the second half. And you know, I'm not going to take away the credit they deserve from that. All right, thank you, great guys. Thanks very much.